Welcome to a kind of somber weekend here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. Typically one of the more joyous occasions of the season is ARCSOA returning home. However, the big news was Jeffrey Finguy's passing after that wreck at Road America, and everybody's kind of on a very somber attitude right now. The Ohio Motor Speedway, however, the drivers do realize that they have to get on and race the race here. Because of that death, the number 92 Durbin Sport car, well, the Durbin Sport cars are going to be sporting an all-black livery this season, or for the rest of the season, and they've changed the number to, well, not all black, but they changed the 92 to the 32, and for right now it will be driven by Andrew Cross in the 32 car. Porsche also removed both their drivers for the time being, a temporary removal, and they've been replaced by an American 700 standout and ARCSOA Lights standout, Cooper Cyron in car 3, and Eddie Shimpadkar, who also ran the American 700 and did very well, in car number 4. A couple of other things that have been seen is that both, as you knew, Zayden Davidson had been removed from the Pure Michigan 99, and now Eugene DeMac has been removed from the Pure Michigan 98. They've been replaced with Alan Cavagnaro and Aaron Perkins, respectively, in their cars. It's Cavagnaro completed the drug rehabilitation program that ARCSOA mandates and is back in ARCSOA. Other than that, there's been some hijinks between the Discover Ohio camp, but I think everybody wants to get through this cleanly.
Cooper Cyron's 2 for 2 when it comes to qualifying here in the ARCSOA Elite Series as he takes the green here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. Behind him, we're seeing one of the Durbin Sport cars in their Remembrance paint schemes. A lot nicer scheme, if I do say so myself. But Cyron's going to lead the first lap in the Porsche this year, or this time around this race, and gets away pretty nicely. Vernier takes third away, and there's Silver Fox. Both CBMs did a remarkably nice job qualifying today. There's Eddie Shimpadkar doing a fantastic job in the 4 car as well. He is in 8th position. Jordan Davis right now is all over the back of Cooper Cyron right now, as here he comes. He's looking for every possible move he can get here. This track is very difficult to make a pass on and actually close in on, and it looks like Cyron has taken to this track quite nicely, but he is looking to try and hold off the 86 car behind. Vernier is doing a nice job. Back there, there's Andrew Cross in the number 32 car. That is the old Jeffrey Finguy 92 car, and that team has come over. They're dying for a good win. No, maybe that's not the right way of phrasing it, but they are really hoping for a win today, and Andrew Cross has been remarkably quick all week. Nick Pericles was fastest in final practice, but he's down in 36th position. Did not get a good run out of the pits in qualifying, and got held up by some slower cars on his and virtually all of his runs in qualifying. Of course, we have the knockout qualifying here. And Pericles did not get a great start today, or has not gotten off to a great start as he's trying to get up the order. His teammate Matt Duncan, who has ties to Ohio, is in 26th position. So Duncan really hasn't had a very strong car here. Here is Oricom's tribute with an all-black car to Jeffrey Finguy, the 33 car and the 23 car, who qualified, I think, pretty well in 12th, or he was qualified like up in the top 10, and has been quick all weekend. But Tamer DeLeese there in an all-black car as well this weekend. And then it's very small, but on the 14 and the 44, there is a little, well, actually they're right next to each other. There's a little 92 on the C-pillar of that car. Jordan Davis is now definitely looking a little bit lower on Cyron. Cyron's actually leaving the door a little bit open there. It seems like he's wanting to take a wider entry there. And it looks like Davis is actually going to make a move. No, he's not. Cyron got a better run off the corner. Cyron's been getting a better run off the corner, but Davis has been a little bit better in the middle of it, as we're seeing right now. Man, would that be something if Dervansport could pull off a win this weekend. Nice start to this race, remarkably clean, if I do say so. Here they come. He's looking to the inside. If Davis can get a good run off one of these corners and Cyron leave the door a little bit wider, we could actually see a pass here, but it looks like Cyron's getting a nice run off the corner in the Porsche. And we're seeing what that car can do. Here is Nathan McCain leading DJ Curtis and Charlie Fabrosis' fellow Ohioan. Discover Ohio has been really wanting to win here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. They've had a lot of fan support this weekend, as the Ohio State Buckeyes, which sponsor that car, Ohio State does. We're not too far from that. We are in the city of Delaware, Ohio. Kind of a tongue twister, kind of a weird name there for a city in Ohio, but Delaware, Ohio. And that isn't too far from Columbus, where the Ohio State University is located. So they've had a lot of fan support. On the contrary, the Pure Michigan Brigade has not had that fan support. In fact, there's been some hijinks between the Discover Ohio and Pure Michigan teams this weekend, as Pure Michigan was looking strong early on, or was looking strong in final practice, but they really started on the outside of the grid and didn't get off to a great start. First of the lap traffic is being lapped. That's Rodolfo Omega, and it looks like now Jordan Davis actually did get a run on the inside there. Cyron left the door open, but Cyron pulls away on the corner, and it looks like Cyron is going to try and just hold that spot, but they are coming up to heavier lap traffic. That's Collard, Pericles, Vincent Allen. Both the Allens have not come to grips with this track this weekend, and the Ranmo turbine cars aren't the strongest here either. This is kind of a high RPM track, believe it or not. And kind of surprised, but it's very low speed, so the Ranmos are at a huge disadvantage because they don't tend to do well on these high-speed circuits. Likewise for the Ferraris, the Ferraris really have never done well here. Now we're seeing Cooper Cyron get into some heavier lap traffic, as seems like Cyron's doing a nice job pulling away here, as the Porsches were expected to be strong, and we expected either Sean Angel or Jake Baskinger to win this race, believe it or not, but when this came out, we were kind of thinking, okay, it will be somebody else, but Cyron's going to be a big star in this series coming up here, as Pericles is trying everything he can to stay onto the lead lap. Looks like Vernier was trying to move there on Davis, but Davis is kind of trapped back there as well, but Cyron is really having a tough time getting by Pericles. Pericles is... We're kind of surprised how slow that car's been. Maybe it's got a problem, but we're seeing kind of what's happening. And oh, Vincent Allen just shoved his uncle out onto the high side. Now Cooper Cyron's having definite problems getting by Pericles, as Pericles is trying whatever he can to get on the lead lap. Now Pericles realizes he's got to get out of the way. No, he doesn't. Oh, contact there between the 0-2 and the 3. The 0-2 slid into the back of the 3. But we're seeing now as it looks like, oh man, it looks like Cyron left the door open for Davis, but it doesn't look like Cyron left it open for long. Like I'm saying, Cyron's going to be a big star in this series. He's already, if we're hearing, is getting offers from teams. Carolina's been very open about him, and it looks like Dominion and Caraway are looking at Cyron as well. And we're hearing Porsche's saying pretty much we'll see how they do this week, both him and Padcar, both of which are running top 5, might I add, 1st and 5th, both Padcar and Cyron, so they might end up getting Porsche rides for all we know. It looks like Cyron's pretty much got the lot to choose from right now. But it looks like there is some very Pericles is not getting out of the way because he's just as quick as him. Just as quick as Cyron, and Cyron's trying whatever he can. Maybe bump Pericles out of the way. Of course, the bump and run is legal here at this track. and it looks like Louvier is going to be lapped as well. Pericles would finally get out of the way and let Cooper Siron go by. He's trying to stay up there, but doesn't look like Pericles is going to play those games all right, and backs way out of it. He is battling for position with Chris Louvier, and that's Andrew Cross. Oh, looks like problems for one of the Catnex cars. That's the runner-up in the American 700, and I think second in points, Sean Galligan, has problems, and Galligan is going to have to pit for a tire going down. Both the CBMs this season have picked it up a bit, both running top 10 right now, 6th and 7th. Lamas has, well, had a bad season. He's been quite vocal about that. Looks like the CBMs are getting stronger, however, as it looks like, Cross almost lost it there in the 32. But, it looks like Padcar maybe gave him a little bit of a bump to get out of the way. It's amazing how those two rookies in the Porsches, who are on debut as a sub, really, have become so accustomed to these Elite Series cars. It shows kind of the strength of some of the lights drivers down there. It wouldn't surprise me if somebody like Skyla Johnson, who we're hearing might come up, and we're hearing that there's also a young Michigan rookie named Kyle Schock Jr. Wouldn't that be funny if we could actually get a Michigan driver in a pure Michigan, which we're hearing will probably happen sooner rather than later. He's already tested a pure Michigan. He's only 13 years old. You have to be 14 to be in Elites. That they're going to throw him in a couple of lights races, see how Schock does. And if he does well, we could see him in a pure Michigan, which would be very interesting to see a pure Michigan versus a young gun in a pure Michigan versus a young gun in a Discover Ohio, being Nathan McCain. Cooper Siron's caught some more lap traffic now as they seem to be getting away from Vernier a little bit. Shows that Vernier in open traffic isn't as quick as the 3 or the 86 are. And we're seeing what Cooper Siron can do in the 3 car. Siron, like I said, has been nothing short of spectacular in everything he's driven. A lot of bad luck in lights this season makes him kind of out of the points championship, but Siron's doing an awesome job in the 3 car. Looks like the 86 is trying some crazier tactics to try and gain some momentum off of him. Doesn't look like that's working, though. It looks like actually the 3 car is getting away from the 86 a bit. Yeah, we've said that the pure Michigan and Discover Ohio boys have been, well, and girl, Aaron Perkins' case, have been going at it quite hard and have been participating in some hijinks, a little bit of lightening of the mood, such as filling motor oil bottles with maple syrup. Not sure about that one, but good thing they didn't put it in any of the cars. That would ruin an engine quick. But Perkins and Fabrosis might set forth with a battle here. Looks like the 98 of Cavagnaro is a little bit slower than Perkins. Down in 15th position, battling with the with the ARCSOA America, Jessica Shelton. We're hearing that ARCSOA America might join forces with the Carolina team, with Ranmo Industries. Ranmo did get bought out by Ford, and that is the Ford team. And so we're starting to see that maybe a turbine-powered, maybe the ARCSOA Americas will be turbine-powered next year. Unsure if Shelton will return. I don't think Shelton's going to really want to drive a turbine car, even though they might be quicker on some of the higher speed tracks, but, well, even though the ARCSOA Americas are pretty quick on the high speed tracks, but we're hearing Jessica Shelton may have some other offers on the table. Speaking of ARCSOA America, here's her teammate, Casey Lester. Hasn't come to grips with the Ohio Motor Speedway at all. The Ohio Motor Speedway is one of the more interesting tracks because it's entirely flat and can get quite repetitive, and a lot of patience is necessary. We have not seen a pass for, it's just showing for a short track race, we have not seen a pass for the lead in the first 62 laps, and it's kind of strange for a short track race, but we haven't seen a caution in the first 62 laps either. Another big shock is that Marian Sharot's down in 27th outside of the points, as is Michael Ammermuller, so both Mercedes United cars are not in the points right now. When we're talking about both a lot of these other cars are in the points that you wouldn't really expect, such as, well, both Waracoms have been floating with it, which is kind of surprising. And we're just going around seeing some of these, which cars are the fastest. Cooper Siron is stuck behind the 04 and the 11, and a long train of lead lap cars are behind Jordan Davis, Nicholas Vernier, Vincent Allen's a lap down, but Cross, Padcar, Lamas, Silver Fox, Perkins. Curtis actually got shoved out wide by Fabrosis there. But we're seeing a long line of cars are forming, trying to... I think they're just waiting for the first pit stop, because pit stops can be quite crazy here. Typically, you'll see your first caution on the pit cycle, because this pit road's very hard to enter and leave from. And we'll start seeing kind of some craziness happen. Oh, looks like Siron slid wide a bit there. And had to really back down and checked up Davis there, and Davis nearly ran into the 3, but Davis is trying different lines to maybe just get some sort of a run, but it's virtually impossible. And now Davis loses a ton of time to Siron, who got to slide wide at the exit of that corner. The line is a very tight line here. You have to be almost perfect, and if you fall off that line, you can fall back a long way. The toughest battle on track right now has been between the Discover Ohio and the Pure Michigan car. They've been rotating that position, and now DJ Curtis for that matter. They've been rotating that position quite a lot all race. And looks like the Pure Michigan's going to fall to the back. Chris Washer is in his final year with Ferraris on his Ferrari contract. We're unsure if Washer's going to leave Ferrari. Ferrari's had kind of a downer year this year. And we're just kind of seeing where Ferrari's going to go with that next year, but we'll see. I'm thinking Ferrari is going to try whatever they can to sign him, but I'm thinking that 28 may be their top priority. Heck, they might even be in the run for Siron as well. 3 wide, wow! Cross had to back out of that one. He nearly wrecked it trying to back out of that one, but that was a close call for some, or for Cross for that matter. Cooper Siron's back in some heavier lap traffic now as this is going to be Davis's chance to catch here. This is his best chance we've seen. Looks like Siron is kind of staying stationary right now, and this is the time to get it, I'm thinking. When that first pit stop strikes, oh boy, is that going to be a very interesting location. I'm bored with, oh, that was close between the CBM in front, that's the 91, and the Squadra Andersoni there. But Charlie Fabrosis, it just shows kind of what can happen at this track. I mean, it's very tight, and you're cramming 40 cars on one of the smallest circuits. And it's not the smallest this year, as there is a scheduled race at Oxford Plains, but Oxford Plains has said they won't hold 40 cars. So we'll see how that ends up. We're not exactly sure, but this is kind of what you're dealing with here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. It's very tight, and you got to be careful. Whoa, looks like Fabrosis tried a lunge there on the inside of the 91, but the 91 said, no, if you're going to do that, then you're going to wreck me kind of mentality. And I don't think competition director Pushanda would like that very much. Tire wear this year has been quite, actually, oh, somebody's blown up! One of the Ferraris went, I think that's Saarinen. I believe that's Saarinen, or I'm guessing the pronunciation is actually Saarinen, but Saarinen does have an engine go, and that's it for his race. A tough break for Tuomas Saarinen after, well, he was running 31st. Actually, they're saying that they might actually be able to fix that, but that's interesting. I'm thinking they were going to have to bring that car down, but I don't know. That's very interesting. They're actually saying that they might fix that car. I don't think so. I think that car's had a terminal issue. We'll get back to you on that. The high RPM of this track is all we're seeing is taking its toll on Tuomas Saarinen. Oh! There goes the 3 from the lead! The 3's just blown up. We were just saying about the high RPM of this track, and Cooper Siron's blown up his 3 Porsche. Oh man, that's a tough break for him. He's led the first 91 laps of this race. And that's gotta be terminal. That has to be. There's no way that's not. So, Cooper Syron, tough break. He's been exceptional all race. Yeah, but that's it for him. They're pulling that one into the garage. He's going to be the first retirement, I believe. What that does is put Jordan Davis into the lead, and there is oil on the track. However, back on that tire wear thing that we were saying, they've recently touched up a bit of the pavement here. They actually put on a really nice coating of concrete around this track. It's not pavement, it's concrete. And it's not wearing cut tires at all. And we're seeing that they're able to go quite a distance on tire wear this time around. Quite a distance. And fuel-wise, they're just loaded up with fuel and see how long it can go. Typically, they put in the amount of fuel that's needed to go on a tire run, and a lot of times the fuel tanks here are so large in the Elite Series that the fuel will outlast your tire wear. So they only put in a limited amount of fuel in, but now we're seeing that what these cars can really do on a track that isn't wearing tires as fast as everyone thought it would. Third position now is Eddie Padcar, but we gotta watch Aaron Perkins. Perkins and Fabrosis have jumped up a few spots, gotten by both the CBMs. They're looking very strong, Perkins and Fabrosis. The 4 of Padcar, however, is gotta be worried though about his wear, about the water pump we're getting is what went wrong and pretty much grenaded on Syron's car. Padcar is in podium contention right now in the Porsche, but we're not really sure what's going to happen to the 4 car now that the 3 is retired. But watch out for the 99 and the 6. They're coming quickly. This was a bit earlier, but Chris Louvier predictably blows up in his, for seemingly the 12th race in a row for the 93 Ranmo Brigade. They've got a lot of reliability issues with that car, I'm not going to lie. Looks like Rodolfo Omega's rolling the dice a little early to pit here. Maybe jump up into the points, even though he's a couple of laps down, I think. But Omega's on lap 100 is coming into the pits here. Nice to see Rodolfo at least trying some crazy strategy. Comes in 25 at De Silva, and De Silva's also looking at some strategy. He is on the lead lap. Won't be for long, but we'll see how this ends up. That actually might have been a tire going down. He was second, but now we're starting to see the pit cycle play out here. There's one of the Minervinis coming out of the pits. Oh, we got a crash! That's going to be the first caution of the race, and that is Charlie Fabrosis there. And we had some cars bailing onto pit road as we spoke. This will be interesting to see what happens. The leader, Jordan Davis, was on pit road when that happened, but looks like Fabrosis had some issues as Padcar might have gotten the lead out of that. No, Vernier's still the leader. Vernier stayed out. Looks like Padcar's coming in. No, oh, there's a 16 not happy with Padcar, but we'll see what happened to the Discover Ohio. So this is what's happening here is, oh, looks like the 86 was coming into the pits and bottlenecked everybody up. And Fabrosis got wrecked because of it. Fabrosis really wasn't paying attention, but there goes one of the fan-favorite drivers to win this race from Southern Ohio. From the Southwest Ohio. Nathan McCain's from the Northwest Ohio. Once again, we have the North-South thing going on. The Ohio Motor Speedway is typically known for its crazy pit stopping stuff and how the order plays out. Jordan Davis is the leader. Harple's not on the lead lap. Not sure why he's out there, but Lamas is in second, Padcar third, Curtis fourth, and fifth is Cross. We're going to see what happens here. This track is known for its crazy pit strategy stuff, and green flag is out. Here we go. And Davis gets off to a pretty decent start, but he does have that lap car in between, and we're already 3 wide in some places. We're starting to see what this can do. This is round second position. Lamas is P2. And we're seeing what we are here, and it looks like Lamas is going to try. He looked for a fourth lane there. Oh, Padcar's got a problem. Padcar in car number 4 has a tire going down. Tough break for Eddie Padcar. We're seeing, though, that there are some drivers that are trying to get back onto the lead lap. Jordan Davis is, however, to the inside back there. A little bit further back, we're seeing some pretty crazy stuff going on back there. We have Washer back there, Ammermuller versus with Silver Fox, and oh man, that's a pretty crazy pack further up, but we're gonna see here what's going on. That's with Jason Tyson. They're battling really hard now. 94 of Shelton's in there as well. I'd be very careful if I were some of these guys. You don't want to wreck. You're trying to get back on the lead lap, but I wouldn't want to wreck it right now. And we're seeing quite clearly what cars can do, as Jordan Davis is already pretty much in front of that pack and has already lapped them. So Jordan Davis is doing an awesome job in the 86 car as a rather large lead right now. Getting a 1-second lead here at the Ohio Motor Speedway is quite impressive, as second position is Cody Lamas right now. He has gotten by the pack, which is good, but he's got to really start closing in on the 86 if he's got any chance at this. This track typically has a low caution count, so he's got to really show the muscle of the CBM now. We're not seeing that, though, as Jordan Davis is pulling away from the 48 car. That is impressive watching, because the 48 car is quick. However, the 86 is so much quicker, and he's actually coming up to lap Shelley, who is right now still on the lead lap, if not for long, though, at this rate. But yeah, looks like the 86 is gonna lap another car. A debris caution would fly now on lap we're starting to see. Oh, Jordan Davis is not coming out of pit road. Lamas is. That's interesting, actually. But Jordan Davis stays out, I guess. Very interesting. Maybe he missed... Oh, he's got damage. Yeah, this is what happened. He would slide into the corner and lose control of the car, and he would actually hit the right side. So Jordan Davis actually would come in a lap later in pit. So now the 86 is in trouble. I think that's going to put the 48 in the lead, though, as we're looking. Yes, right now Matt Duncan actually is up to 4th position. Actually, it will be 3rd at this rate. So Cody Lamas leads. DJ Curtis and Matt Duncan there. Looks like Ammermuller's there as well. Green flag is out. Here we go. Looks like Lamas is looking into the middle line there. That's an aggressive move. And I don't think Ryusu knew what was going on there. And oh, Collard was a bit aggressive there as well. This is close racing now. DJ Curtis, I think, backed out of that one, as he's going to lose second to Matt Duncan, the Arkansas driver. Driver from Arkansas takes second position away. 4th is Michael Ammermuller. That's not what they wanted to see points-wise. And there's the two twin terrors of Fabrosis and Perkins, who have been battling really hard there. Discover Ohio versus Pure Michigan. They both want to say that they beat each other here in Ohio, mainly for Ohio pride for Discover Ohio's case, and to pretty much say, haha, we destroyed you at your own game, in Pure Michigan's case. But now it looks like Fabrosis is gaining quite a few spots now. Cross is going to be a lap down at this rate now, but not a great day for the Durbin Sport Brigade, as Jordan Davis is still on the lead lap, but he is ways down the order. He is the fastest car on track, however. Problems for James Silverfox, and that's problems for one of the Durbin Sport cars. That is Jordan Davis. That car must have had something come dislodged in that wreck, and out he would go right now. That's going to be terminal for him. It dislodged a fuel line, and it caused fuel to ignite. So, tough break for Jordan Davis. He would fall out of the race. James Silverfox, we think, caught debris. And he is in pit road now. But it looks like Cody Lamas versus DJ Curtis right now, as Duncan got passed by Curtis again. So, we're just seeing what drivers are starting to play a game here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. Lamas is now catching some heavy lap traffic here on lap 184 of 260. We're getting into some pretty intense racing now. DJ Curtis is looking stronger and stronger. If Lamas gets screwed over here, though, could be problems for Lamas. But Right now we're seeing DJ Curtis is going to have to get through that same lap traffic and actually not get held up here. Shelley's been very strong and kind of helped guide him through some of this stuff. James Shelley has, but we're starting to see that that's not going to be the case for very long, because now the 48 and the 32 are working together, trying to get back onto the lead lap, or 32 is trying to get back onto the lead lap by moving other cars out of the way for Lamas. Now, since DJ Curtis has no interference between him and the 48, he has decided to pass the 14 car, which is going to help Matt Duncan, who's just saying, hey, I'm actually good here. Matt Duncan has been very strong here, led the first practice session here at the Ohio Motor Speedway, fastest first practice. Cody Lamas, however, is looking for his first win of the season, but DJ Curtis is there. I don't think DJ Curtis has won this season, despite winning the pole for the majority of the races. DJ Curtis is looking to make moves here, and it looks like Matt Duncan moves the 77 out of the way of Collard. So now it's 1, 2, 3 in a line with no lap interference. We're on board with Matt Duncan now. We're seeing what he can... Matt Duncan has closed in the gap massively here and is now looking for some sort of move here. He is right now on the back of second place driver DJ Curtis. Curtis is trying to find every way possible. It seems like Duncan's car can hold the low line better than the other two can, but Duncan, we believe, is the fastest car on the track, but passing on this track is very, very difficult. This is probably the most difficult track of the season to pass on until we probably get to Darlington, but we're on to South Carolina. Of course, they moved that from Hutchinson Island to South Carolina, to Darlington. But we're starting to see this is a very, very difficult race for some. Well, now Matt Duncan's starting to get kind of aggressive back there, and Matt Duncan's proving that his car is faster than DJ Curtis. And right here we'll see an aggressive move here by Matt Duncan, and Curtis leaves the door open. Duncan's going to try and take second position here, away from DJ Curtis, and, well, putting somebody on the high line here is like a death sentence, because you're never going to get that spot. You're going to lose so much time on the high line here, it's not even funny, especially with the 42 in front of him acting up. What this did do, however, is get some lap traffic between Lamas and second place Matt Duncan. We're seeing now that we might get some pit stops in this race. One more set of pit stops. The way that they're falling, we might. They can go about 100 laps on a tank of fuel, and we're seeing that we're going to be close to that. We'll see. Matt Duncan, however, is losing a lot of time to the 48 of Cody Lamas. Lamas is having a fantastic run now, and well, is doing an awesome job pulling away here. That is Jessica Shelton. He just lapped. Matt Duncan, however, does have a chance here, as now Lamas is entering some heavier lap traffic, and Duncan can close in now. However, Duncan will get bogged down behind some slow lap traffic as well, so Duncan's going to lose more time here to Lamas, who is getting away. However, Lamas is in some heavier traffic as well, however, not nearly as slow as Duncan is in right now. Duncan was getting held up by the 94 for a bit and was really getting held up by Collard. Cody Lamas would bite on the pits here. We'll see if Duncan's going to come in as well. I don't think he does. Could this be an unscheduled pit stop for the CBM crew? I'm not sure. However, I think they're pitting a little bit early here. Unless that is an unscheduled pit stop. I think Lamas had a tire going down. Ah, man, Lamas' bad luck continues. Ever since he lost the championship last year, Lamas has not had luck of anything. But now Matt Duncan is on course to his first win right now. They're doing all 4 tires now on that car, and there he goes. So Lamas, tough break for Cody Lamas. If the others have to pit, Lamas could sit pretty here, but that's both CBMs having some sort of mechanical ailing to them, or tire problems. That wasn't caused by debris. I guess they put a little bit too much camber in those cars. But Matt Duncan could be on course to his first ever ARCSOA Elite Series win here. He's not long left for Duncan here at the Round of Ohio. And even still, DJ Curtis is in heavy lap traffic on which Matt Duncan is pretty much clear sailing outside of maybe his teammate, the 24 and the 9, who have been really quick all weekend. And now it's behind, for third place, it's that battle that we've been talking about between the 99 and the 6. We're thinking the 48 had a tire going down. We actually know the 48 had a tire go down. However, they're thinking that the 97 won't make it on fuel or tires. So they're thinking that the 48 may end up playing this smart here and outwit everybody else. Strategizing, but we don't have long to go in this race. Duncan would have to make a move to pit road pretty soon if he's gonna. If that's the case, Duncan's gonna have to pit pretty soon, or hope for a caution for that matter. Because if a caution comes out, the 48's screwed. Right now, the 48, who was leading, is outside of the points. The final point spot is goes to Casey Lester right now, who is almost half the track in front of him. Nice run by Alan Cavagnaro in 8th position, his first race back. Good for him. Whatever happened to Eddie Padcar? He's down in 15th. Padcar has had a strong run as well, and you gotta give up props to Cooper Cyron, who's, I think, led the most laps in this race. But we're right now, all eyes are on rookie Matt Duncan. Can he save enough to get across the start-finish line? Can he save his tires and his fuel enough to get across the line and win Team Thunder's, Thunder Motorsports' first ever ARCSOA Elite Series race? His first ever for the Duncan family. The Duncan family's been one of the most unlucky in Elite Series history. And now we're seeing Matt Duncan on course for possibly his first ever ARCSOA Elite Series race here at the Ohio Motor Speedway. DJ Curtis is somewhat closing in right now. Matt Duncan, you can see, is that green car up there behind, but entering turn 1 right now. But we're seeing now that it's being very difficult, very, very difficult to make a move on this track, and I don't think DJ Curtis has too many cars to get through in too little time, unless if the 97 has to pit. Unless if that happens, I don't see it going any other way. CBM was betting on it, knew that they could not make it on gas, and, well, CBM had the tire go down, and they pretty much are telling us that they weren't going to make it on gas. Will the Thunder Subaru cars make it on fuel? That is the question. There is a battle in front with the 10 and the 08. Right now, the best thing for Matt Duncan is if he were to get a caution. A little bit of contact there between the 83 and the 17, his teammate of Nick Pericles. Pericles has been fast. The Thunder cars have been fast all weekend, but only a few laps to go now. 3 to go for Matt Duncan. This is it. This is what he's been waiting for his entire ARCSOA Elite Series rookie season. Matt Duncan's only got a little bit to go now. 2 laps to go for Matt Duncan here at the Round of Ohio. Oh man, they're crawling now around this track because of some slow traffic. And the white flag is waving for Matt Duncan. He is going to get the run off the final corner. White flag is out. He's got to do one more perfect lap, and Matt Duncan's going to be on course for his first ever ARCSOA Elite Series win. He's taking it very carefully. He's definitely not pitting, and he's going to have enough to get across. Matt Duncan wins his first ever ARCSOA Elite Series win. Second position is going to go to DJ Curtis, and Pure Michigan beats out Discover Ohio for third. Not what Ohio wanted to see, but that little smirk from Pure Michigan there, as Charlie Fabrosis, and there was some people not happy with each other back there. Looks like one of the Aussie Vineyards cars isn't happy with the... Oh yeah, it's definitely not happy. That's Harple's not happy with the 91 car. And there's a few guys not happy with other guys out there, but Matt Duncan wins his first ever ARCSOA Elite Series race, and we had a yellow actually come out at the end there. We'll see what that was about.
It's the spirit of the mountains and the spirit of the delta. It's the spirit of the Capitol Dome. It's the spirit of the rivers and the spirit of the lakes. It's the spirit that's in each and every home. It's the spirit of the people and the spirit of the land. It's the spirit of tomorrow and today. Oh, Arkansas. Oh, Arkansas. Arkansas, USA. It's the spirit of friendship. It's the spirit of hope. It's the Razorbacks, every game they play.
Goes down the middle. Touchdown! Arkansas! Go good!
Oh, Arkansas. Arkansas, USA. It's the spirit of the forest. It's the spirit of the eagle. It's the spirit of the country that we love. It's the spirit